What is going on, everyone? Welcome into a reverse 1999 video. Today I wanted to do a new updated top 5 tips for new players or people who have just started within the last week or maybe 2 weeks. You're fresh on your journey, fresh in your account. I wanted to go over my top 5 things that I would do if I were to just start over now. So if this is your first time tuning in, this is my free to play account. We do a free to play journey here. We are on day 40 something. I forgot. I apologize. We're on day 40 something or maybe 50 something. I don't remember. But well, we started on this one. We started on February 25th. So do the math. I'll look later and I'll put it in the title. But these are my top 5 tips that I would do for newer players. So no particular order. We are going to start with the most, I would say, obvious one, and that is to push your story and your campaign as much as you can possibly go through without having to turn around and then spend resources. And what I mean by resources is if you go into your characters and you look, doesn't matter which character you choose, but if you look right here, you have different resources available. The resources up here, your sharp Dotney and your dust. These are your main resources that will level up your characters, and sharp Dotney is used for a lot of different reasons. It's used to level up your insights. Oh, well, I can't show you on her, sorry. It's used to level up your insights, which costs a pretty penny once you get up into I2 and I3. It's also used on certain levels of like resonance increase. Let's see if I can find one so I can just show you. Possibly this one. So it's used on your resonance increases as well. And you also use it if you go into your warehouse where your psi cubes are at. It's also used on your psi cubes to level those up as well. So you have it to ascend it. You also have them if you want to just level them up. So whenever you engrave items, it costs sharp Dotney as well. So very important materials to have. And we'll go in later on different ways to get those. But the main thing is that you have this stamina right here, which in this, it's called activity. So your activity regens 3 times fully every single day. No, yeah, 2 times fully every single day. And you'll have, if you have lower activity, obviously it'll regen faster. You have different ways to refill this. So these right here you get from doing like your dailies and your weeklies and stuff, and also events and login rewards will give you these as well, different achievements, stuff like that. So you accumulate these over time. Some of them last forever, some of them need to be used within 1 week or they go away. Over here you have an activity increase by 100 if you use your clear drops, which if you're free to play, I would 100% advise against ever using this right here. Your clear drops are precious, and we'll get into that as well. But yes, so your goal when you are first starting is whatever characters that you start with, you push as far as possible through the campaign. Once you get to a point where you have maybe 40 pulls saved up, which would be the equivalent of 40. Here, let's just go into it. You have 40 of these little bunnies up here, the unilogs saved up, or you have enough to do a 10 pull off of just those, which would be 1800 of the clear drops, which will equal 10. Then you would want to use those. There is a starting banner that comes with new accounts that gives you a 6-star guaranteed within 40 pulls. You definitely want to grab that 6-star regardless. If it takes less than 40, then great, you win. You get to save some unilogs and hold on to them. So that would be the first portion. And then once you get that first 6-star, most likely it's going to be your main carry going throughout the story for a little bit, which will probably be about like 3 to 4 days before you actually accumulate to make a basically make a decision if you want to even summon on any of the banners out. Currently, the banners that are out, and because we are so close into, not close in terms of days, but in terms of events, we're in 1.5 right now, which has another 16 days for her banner, and then we go into Ezra's banner, which will have another 20 days or 25 days or whatever it is. But the next character that comes out is going to be Jiu. You definitely want to save enough to grab her. She is going to be very important on your team, and depending on your beginning pull that you get on the banner, For the first one, you want to kind of save those resources to go into the next. So next topic is going to be one of the ones that I feel like is the most important. And I didn't harp on this too much whenever I started the game or went into it a second or third time. But now that I'm doing a full free-to-play account, then I'm realizing the importance of this. So this is your passive daily gain of sharp botany and dust. These right here can be leveled up depending on your wilderness that you build. The more pieces of your wilderness that you have out, the more vigor that you have. The more vigor that you have, the better outcome of your resources are. It also allows you to put more characters out here, which will in return give you some rewards and resources along with that. So with the wilderness, you get basically like a friendship or a bond with your characters. When you get those, you can go into your characters and they level up their bond and they give you stuff like this. So with this one, you gain items and you gain story. And when you unlock the items in the story, as we'll see right here, we get what? We get clear drops. This one turns into our little bunnies, which allows us to summon. It also gives you your passive resources, which in return will allow you to build up your characters. Your characters obviously getting to a higher insight level is very important. Now, with that being said, the resources that you have, you will run into a point within about a week or two of playing the game where you'll start to notice that your resources are coming in a little bit slower. They're not pushing as much as you would like them to into certain characters. So this is where you have to be picky and choosy during the beginning. The one thing is, if you just started right now, you are going to have to diamond hand a lot of your resources because there's good characters coming out. And what I mean by that is don't spread them too thin across the board, just getting a bunch of characters built up. Basically, what I'm saying is with this event, if you're starting right now, most likely you're going to be taking a little bit of an L on some of the content that is out at the moment, but that's okay because what we're trying to do is set your account up for success in the future. And the success is grabbing the correct characters from banners when they come out. So there is specific characters that come out in specific orders and stuff like that. Every single event, we get 2 new 6 stars and we get a couple new 5 stars, depending if it's 1 or 2 new ones. In the next event, we're getting Jiu. She is considered the strongest damage dealer in the game. She power crept everyone else. She's a mineral element. So definitely hold off on getting a copy or 2 or 3 of her, depending on if you want to make her just straight up your main carry for the rest of your account until, you know, a couple months pass, because she will eat up a lot of resources, especially when you're early on in the game. As you can see, we are on in the days like 50, like I said, and we have 3 I3s. So don't feel too rushed to achieve this, because you'll be able to get through most of the game without even a single I3. When it comes to the actual story mode, you should be able to clear this out. And along with clearing the story, you get a bunch of rewards right here by doing so, which will be very instrumental resources going towards your account throughout the beginning. Now, I do want to notate there is some specific characters that you get in the start that I feel like are just good to go. I don't know. There is a banner as well that you get to pick a free 5-star unit. If you didn't, or if you haven't already, Balloon Party is a very good healer to have. However, we are getting Yensei next patch as well, which is also a very good healer that would probably replace her, I would say. But everyone gets a free DK at day 7 or day 8. I don't remember, I apologize. But you get her at day 7 or day 8. She is a very good character all around that I would say in the future, definitely bring her to I3. I2 level 50 with a resonance of like 10 would be good for now. But she is someone that will last through your account. Now, who to summon for? Like I said, Jiu is coming out. Right now we have the Spathadia banner, and this is very it's either meta or subjective to how you want to play the game. On my main account, I am a light spender. I buy the battle passes and I try to go for every character. Now, in regards to that, if you are going to be like a light spender and buy the battle passes or support the game in any terms, then you can probably pick up, I would say, one of like every single character. You may miss if you get unlucky and just lose like 3 50-50s in a row, then definitely you're going to come to a point where you start missing some characters. But in regards to that, I would say skip Spathadia right now. She will be returning at some point, and she will get added to the normal banner, which means that she could be a character that you lose a 50-50 and get her in the future. If she's someone that you look at her and you're like, damn, I just want to get this character, I love her a lot, then get it. This is a game to have fun. There's no PvP, there's no leaderboards or anything like that, except for raids, and the raids don't give like rewards that would make or break your account. They do definitely help, but they're not make or breaking in your account if you don't achieve way high up in the rewards for like the raids and stuff like that. Other than that, summon the characters that you think that you will have the most fun with and have enjoyable on your account. There is some that I would say that you definitely should get. Jiu is one of them. Villa coming out is another healer that is going to be like, I would say, like groundbreaking truly to the game with her like kit. So check her out as well. I have a video out on Jiu. I have a video out on Villa as well. Any of the characters, if y'all are interested, you can backtrack and check those on the channel. Last but not least, what does the end game look like? So if you are new into the game, I'll go ahead and show you. Unfortunately, we don't have one portion of the end game unlocked for another 2 days right here, but you have raids. These are basically bosses that they cannot be killed. You can just achieve higher and higher points within the certain amount of rounds available that give you more rewards on that. Other than that, there's another game mode that will unlock as well once the Clear Spring by Night comes out. It's called UTTU. It's basically I guess a tower or a trial event that has stage 1 all the way to stage 30. And the cool thing about this game mode is there's certain cards that are like extra equips that you can have on your characters that give you different like status effects or different bonuses and everything that work really well together. And then you have a Vertin card that is like a more powerful one. Like last season we had one that didn't allow any of our characters to ult, but all of their incantations got like a big boost of damage. You have other ones that just give you crit rate and crit damage every single turn, no matter what. It stacks, it cannot be debuffed. So pretty cool different things in there. Other than that, the other piece of in-game that you will have access to once you clear everything out in it is the artificial somnambulism. This one right here, once you beat the original portion of it, it unlocks the limbo. This one right here resets every couple of, every like 2 weeks it resets, and you have different stages you can go through. This will be one of your main sources to get bigger rewards. The rewards are going to be clear drops. You get about 600 if you can clear all 5. Trust me, we're almost on our 3rd month, I would say, almost done with our 3rd month in a week or two. And we have yet to be able to beat stage 6 with this account. We are working on it and getting closer. Unfortunately, it does take time. So don't get discouraged if you can't just beat all of the content right away. Work at your account, build things out at your own pace. You know, don't feel upset if you're not getting all the characters exactly that you had planned for. Because this is a PvE based game, over time you'll be able to accumulate enough, characters will come back. The only reason I keep saying summon for Jiu is because she is the first true limited character, which means she will not be put into the actual banner itself after she goes away. I'm sure she'll come back at some point because she's such a powerful character, and free-to-plays will never have the chance to P5 her, which means their portraits, they get different abilities and bonuses and stuff. The higher portraits you get right here, which unlocks more of their kits and stuff like that, or just makes their kits better with higher damage. But anyways, guys, if y'all have any questions, as always, feel free to leave a comment down below. I try to get to every single one that I can. With the subs growing, it gets a little bit more comments than I'm able to get to all in one day. So please, if it takes a day or two for me to get there, I promise I will. If it's easier for you, join our Discord server. It's starting to grow. We have about like 10 to 15 people in there now. I know it's still a little baby one, but we're growing it. I just started advertising it. So please come in there. We'll talk about Reverse 1999 or any questions you have about your new account. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If any of this content brought you any of insight or any knowledge for your gameplay, then I hope you stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next video.